speaking of your transition then to like your post sumo career, I think we're going to come back to sumo, but you seem to have gone through that transition better than most. Like you have so many businesses
and
you're
children's
so
show
many ventures.
and music. By the way, I love your sumo
We've been
cake.
listening to that all day. It's so good.
Really great jam. But
how, like, what's the secret sauce to that? How have you done that? How have you succeeded so well post sumo?
Well, with a little luck, after retiring from sumo, I never decided I wanted to stay in the association. I did have a stock. I had a stock, but I decided to give it back. I thought we just do whatever you can do with it. I cannot. And the biggest reason is I wanted to spend time with my mom and my dad because I would have got stuck in the association again. Same thing. 16 years of my career, I only could see my parents like 1 or 2 days out of the year.
Oh, so you can't travel if you have stock. You're not free to travel as you wish.
Not only that, you become very responsible of the boys you train.
Right.
24/7, 665 days, whoever runs the stable, you're responsible for every kid down.
Yeah.
So if anything happened, your ass is grass. You're gonna get chopped down so fast that you wish you wasn't alive. You lose everything you had. So the responsibility of a stable master it's incredible. It's crucial. But I couldn't see myself going through that while my parents was alive, and I couldn't see myself just always stuck at Japan and never got a chance to go home. So I miss funerals, I miss birthdays, I miss Christmas, Thanksgiving, all that stuff. The sacrifices I did during my career, I wasn't ready to do the same post career. So that's the biggest reason I walked away. But when I walked away, I was surprised to get the attention I had because the way I retired. First of all, when I retired, I felt like the world was falling on me during my last couple of years. That it was talking like, hey, he should retire, this and that. But once I retired, I felt like the whole media were like cheering for me now. Like, how can you guys do this to him? Because they forced retired me without me knowing that I was retiring.
Oh, I did not know that.
Tell us more about that.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. But the thing is,
I thought it was your choice.
It's kind of normal in Japanese, the Sumo Association, because the boss, my stable master, has control of that. And before he even could consult me on anything, I didn't find out. My ex-wife called me and she said, "Are you retired? We just saw this on TV. It was doing a tournament." I go, "No way, no way." And then my boys start calling me. Musashimaru called me, "Hey, are you okay?" I thought, "Well, what happened?" "I just saw your boys take your equipment out of the locker room." "What?"
Oh.
"No, that's not right." And then, then a few other guys call me, and a few other people calling me, like, "What the hell is going on?" And then I find out the damn boss just went and told him he's retired. It hurt me so much, man. It hurt me so hard, so deep in my heart that I almost go crazy. My boys just told me, and even my servants, my boys, they're all crying. They said, "Frick them, just go, let's just go, let's do." All my boys, like my servants, they were like crying. He said, "No, frick them, they cannot do this to you, just go." But it is what it is, and I had to just live with it, and I'm glad I didn't do anything stupid, because it would have been the dirty west of the Samoan kid who can get really dirty if he wanted to. I wanted to cut people's throats, and man, I tell you, I was so like depressed. Like, I was like so hurt.
Sure.
Like I couldn't understand. Like, what the hell? And that's dealing with a different culture. You know what I mean? It's their culture. And then I had to think to myself, bruh, imagine if this never can happen in the US or other countries, but who I am to try to treat Japan as US. It's Japan. Japan is Japan.
Well, this is what's so hard, is that you should have been a Yokozuna. And so this is kind of like the second slight, is that like, we all know the record was there. It's just that there had never been a foreign Yokozuna. And here you are, you've presented them all the evidence. And it's just kind of a slap to just more than a slap to say everything you've worked for.
That was a second and more definite hurt hurt one, the last one, when I had to go, because actually I already kind of decided, was because before I say I retired, I'm not retired. So what I did is, that whole year before, I was into like getting like, my body was so in pain. I was like taking cortisone shots almost every 2 days during tournaments, and fought my way through the whole year. I wanted to finish the year. I told Musashi Maru in 1996, I think it was, at December, we went on my birthday. I told, bro, next year is my last year. I'm going to try my best, because I want to fight in front of all the people who supported me for the last year. So if I make it to Kyushu, I'll be so freaking grateful that I can make it to Kyushu. I hope I make it to Kyushu, which was the last tournament. I made it. But they cut me short of my 2 last days. And, and it's so sad, because I invited a lot of my friends. My dad was on the plane when that happened. And my dad was like surprised, because I wanted him to see my last day of my tournament.
Yeah.
And then no matter how good or bad I did in my turn, that last tournament, I was gonna officially retire. Yeah, but they cut me short. But anyway, Dad was on the plane, and then he told me that the stewardess walked up to me and said, "Oh, congratulations, your son had a great career. He's retired and stuff." He's like, what? Like, but my dad is so mellow. He's such a strong man that he's always in control. He kind of controlled my emotions when he got back. And he just set me down, son, no, there's nothing you can do about it. Just go out there and thank all the people that supported you. You can't do nothing. Don't waste your time trying to fight something that you cannot win.
So,
And you came this far. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
was just going to say, are you saying that the people in Japan sort of understood what had happened there a little bit better,
Yeah.
and then started treating you even better with more respect, because
Yes.
they could see what had happened?
Yes, I think they kind of felt something. And that's where it led me right into my career, which answers your questions.
Yeah.
Because I got even more popular now because of what I was retiring. Like every single newspaper, every single magazine, every news for the next 2 months, I was on the TV all the time. Not me physically, but talks about me, documentaries. They was just going crazy with it. And then that's when commercials came in line. So the funny thing is, I had my chomange on, and they tried to negotiate with me. So this is another part of sumo. It's like people don't understand. So up to like Kyushu Basho, okay, I'm done. Retirement, press conference. Following day, I'm not Konishiki anymore. I'm what we call what you call stockholder, which is a oyakata.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But your name was Sanoyama?
Sanoyama.
Yeah.
Exactly. Cool. So I'm gonna throw you guys a question. Do you know the difference between the oyakata and a rikshi?
Well, the oyakata's coach, or
Yeah, and a
essentially.
rikishi would be wrestler.
Mhm.
But is there more?
Right. And then beyond that, once you become a stockholder, you have a say in everything you do now. You get where I'm coming from?
So so you have a choice whether you do things or not. You suddenly,
exactly.
Okay. So they don't
You
have as much
suddenly become
control over you as an oyakata.
exactly
Okay.
because you're part owner of the association now. So there's only 105 of us. Okay.
Okay.
So they didn't know that I know a lot of shit already. I already kind of did my homework. So when they did that to me, the last tournament, the following week, I was already oyakata. You know how fast these guys work? The following week, they called me to the association. They tell me, "Oh, we want you to do this commercial. We want you to do this. We want you to do that." Then I'm looking at them. I'm like, okay. And then they're going to negotiate and stuff. And then after they negotiated, seeing stuff like that, I said, I don't want to do it. And they like got so pissed off at me.
Really?
So they was trying to push the seniority shit on me.
Yeah.
And then I just turned it right on there and told, is it, I'm a stockholder? Do I have a choice to say no to things? And that's what a stockholder is go, yeah, you're right. The stockholder. Well, I told him in Japanese, fuck you guys, dude. I ain't doing this shit. Oh, can I swear on your show? I'm sorry.
Yes, you can.
Clearly, this is
But
not.
I
Actually,
did that.
what I really want to know is how to say "fuck you" in Japanese.
Yeah. Can you teach us?
Conero.
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 Okay.
Conero.
Conero.
Bacalero.
Conero.
Conero. That I will add
So-
that to this.
The
It's very
list of
cold
Japanese
outside,
sayings.
and my friends also
So it's funny.
taught me suck on my
That's
nipples,
where I
please.
got-
That was another one that my Japanese friends taught me. But I think
they
I
teach-
that
Say
and,
it-
no
Say- he can tell it. He can
or
tell you.
blowjob, please. Was that shakahachi kudasai or something like
Yes.
that? See, I know.
See, I'm learning things like, could I have a blue sweater? That's what I'm learning
You
in
ask
Japanese.
about the blue
The
sweater. I'm
things-
like, can
the
I have
things-
a blowjob?
The things you learn at Disney, eh?
I'm probably still under a contract with Disney, and they're like, "Oh, don't talk about any of that stuff."
Well, anyway, yeah, that's how I got into this commercial shit. And then I didn't let them control nothing. I controlled all my dealing with the commercials. And the other thing that I didn't know in back of my head, I knew I wasn't staying that long. I knew
Okay.
I was leaving. I kept everything on the low until my retirement sumo was done. I wanted to finish doing my big ceremony. I did in the following year, May 30th. That's when I did my ceremony, I did my hair cutting ceremony and everything.
Mhm,
So I
mhm.
did all that. I produced it, I directed and did everything about it. And that's where the commercials came in. So I negotiated everything with myself. I told, frick you guys, you can't negotiate for me.
Yeah.
If I don't negotiate what I'm doing, frick you guys. You guys ain't touching what I want to do. I'm now a stockholder. I get to do my own things. They were so pissed off at me. So I told them, frick you guys. They even bought they tried to put me in the office with all the top hunches of the frick you guys. I just walked
Well,
out.
you
They
were
didn't even try-
probably a money, obviously a source of income for them, or at least they thought that you would be, or
It was. So what they did, they got what they wanted because all the commercials I did, they became the biggest sponsors for the sumo tours. They
Mm,
got what they wanted,
okay.
but they didn't get me. And I got
Wow.
more than what I wanted. I think I was the first ever celebrity sports / actor or whatever
Yeah.
to get $1 million contract per corporate that I deal with.
Wow.
And I didn't make them. I told the company that the advertiser, I ain't doing anything in association. You guys don't deal with me outside. Frick you guys. So
Yeah.
they actually met me outside. I told them this is what I want for every single commercial, percentage of this, percentage of that. If we don't do it that way, I ain't doing this shit. But they had to do it forced to do it because they already signed a contract with the association to be a sponsor of the tours.
Huh.
But they didn't have me.
so
I
So
see.
that's
the JSA probably knows obviously where you stand still to this day, but is your involvement in
they still
sumo
love me.
they still love you, and you talk to Musashi Maru, and you talk to your old gang of pals, and because you're in Japan, are you still at
Yes.
tournaments and you're still involved in
I've seen you at the
I go.
Hakaho Cup. I've seen you at a variety of places.
Ever since I've retired, I never separated myself to the association, no
Yeah.
matter what they knew what's going on behind. A lot of them want to say that shit, but they cannot because they belong to the association.
Mm.
Like belonging to Disney, you cannot say certain things. You cannot
Yep.
fight or your ass get kicked out. I was in the best position because I don't belong to them no more.
Right.
But I was part of them during my career. So I got along with everybody. Even right now, I go to every tournament. I talk with the CEO, the DG and everybody. They know who I am. I go in with my t-shirt and my shorts, which is not normal for a person going to association. You can always be suited up and stuff. I'm the only guy they all laugh at because they're all like yelling, "Hey, here comes Konishiki again with his shorts and his t-shirt and his sleep ball." I tell them, bro, you accept me the way I am. You guys got to wake up. It's 2020, man. Come on.
Love
You guys
it.
got to find ways to get better with this shit. But, I never gave up on trying to find ways to help them, and it's just a matter of trying to get that wall between the association and the government to understand that you guys don't do things a little more different. We're having a hard time. People don't realize, but there's a lack of sumo wrestlers joining.
Mhm.
Young kids not joining no more. It's down to like 600 something. It's
Yeah.
the lowest that they ever had.
Yeah. Well, it's a tough gig.
And
It's a
it is,
really
it
tough
is.
gig.
Mhm.